Hello and welcome. I'm Joshi, and this is Wait One Positive Moment. I am here with,
S. Joe Downing.
and it's been a while. It's been since the 48 hour shootout. That's where I met you.
Yeah.
We did.
Summertime, right? Was this in summer?
Oh gosh, that was yeah, last summer of 2019.
2019.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put a link somewhere if people want to check that out. I just hit my microphone, but yeah, if people want to check that out, I feel bad because I was supposed to be like BTS, and you got most of the BTS. Most
Hey,
people
no
don't know what
worries.
BTS is. It's behind the scenes, but but that's okay. I was busy doing a lot of other stuff. It's 48
Yeah.
hours, so you're like multiple hands in multiple places.
Yeah. You're scrambling. Plus, it's a
Yeah,
team effort, so it's
it
all
was
good.
fun. I had a blast. So had to be like the easiest crew I've worked with.
Really?
Yeah, normally it's like butting heads because everyone wants to be a director. So
I've been on sets like that before.
yeah, but yeah, it was a really good set. I love. I missed that one. Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
do more stuff soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Those are
Uh,
always fun. Especially you have a team that works together well and doesn't have any drama. That's the thing that you don't
yes.
want drama behind the camera.
But that's so. What have you been up to?
Since the pandemic,
Yeah, actually, since this pandemic.
I think the fortunate thing is my wife and I had a daughter who was born in November, and so I took some time off from work all the way up until December. Went back to work in January, and then come February March is when it hit, and I think the best scenario kind of landed in my lap because when you have a young baby who's growing up, you don't really see a whole lot of them if you're going to work. And so, because I started working from home, I actually got to see her. She's 7 months old now. So, but every day it's been just eye opening, and I'm just awestruck because she's changed so much in the last 7 months. It just blows my mind. So, I think that's probably the biggest blessing that anyone can ask for, um, who has kids, is that you actually get to be there every single day to watch them grow up, and they change so much, and it's a slight change, but every day there's something different. Like she'll look at you differently, or she'll make a different noise, or she'll learn to pick up something. I think right now she's in the pre steps of learning how to crawl. She doesn't know how to crawl yet, but she's getting there. She's flat on her face, starts to push her feet up or her arms up. She can get on her knees. That's it. There's no movement. After that, she's stuck. So I think that is probably the biggest thing. And then also just spending time with the family has been nice. So I live in Bremerton and I work in Seattle. So that's an hour commute, one each way. So we have a 2 hour commute plus getting to work. And then, so that takes up a lot of my time during the day. And if there's any other projects that I'm doing in Seattle, pretty much I would basically, if I was going to work, I'd wake up when the baby is asleep, go to work, and by the time I come home, she's already asleep and ready for bed. So I probably would just miss the whole entire day with her. So, but I haven't missed one day yet. It's been
That's
nice.
that's great, actually. Yeah. Most people can't say that. They're like, oh, I'm an essential worker, so I had to go to work still. You know,
Right. So I'm counting my blessing for sure.
that's good. It's that whole first year is like where the child starts to develop the understanding of who you are. You're the dad, and they understand that after a while, and it's good for them to see that.
Well, it's funny because I've always been a little nervous, thinking, does she know I'm her dad? Because her mom's Caucasian, I'm Asian, and so it's like, does she know? Does she really know, or is she just pretending like she knows? Like, does she know? Like, does she want to come to me? She says mama, but she hasn't said dad yet. So I could just be that guy over there that's safe. Because I'm not the sole provider, right? I don't feed her. I don't rock her to sleep. It's interesting. She'll fall asleep on mom. Mom will hand her to me. She wakes up. So it's
She's
almost
like,
like, okay, so am I a stranger at that point? Am I dangerous? But it is coming into play where she'll look at me, and I think I'm pretty convinced, probably 99% convinced that she thinks I'm her dad. Still waiting at one. I mean, it's possible at 1% she might be like, "Who are you?"
she's like, your heartbeat's different.
Right? She might just call me Joe instead
Joe,
of
what's
Dad.
up? Oh my god, it's great. Uh,
But that one, yeah, you're right. That one year, everyone says it's a huge change.
it
Huge
is, yeah.
difference. And I can't imagine the people who work, away from the home, who have a kid goes to daycare, kid comes home. I think it takes a longer process to really understand. Well, this is my mom. This is my dad. I think dads have a little bit harder.
Yeah, because they have that less bonding time since the baby's always and they already know the mom's heartbeat from being inside the womb, so they're like already preordained to know who their mom is. But yeah, like for me, like I didn't know my father, so like growing
Yeah,
up, so like I was like, who's dad? Your
right.
dad? Okay, if you say so.
So that's been a huge, huge blessing. I won't regret it at all.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're taking a lot of pictures. That's one good thing about like nowadays is we have that technology to be able just to take these pictures without having to like go develop them and all this stuff. We just boom, we got them. We're like, yes, memories.
Right. And she's getting used to FaceTime because she FaceTimes grandma and grandpa
Nice.
both sides, and so she recognizes their face and laughs and talks and pays attention. So I mean, that's like a big change, right? Since we were kids.
Oh gosh, wow, 100%, dude. We gotta call up grandma.
Right? Oh, it's ringing. Still ringing. Got the voicemail.
Sir, would you like to be transferred over? Okay, we're not that old, but still,
Right.
at least 80s.
Right.
um, I mean, I don't look it, but uh, have you picked up any new like abilities? Any new things that you've learned during this fun time of pandemicness?
Uh, well, let's see. About a year ago, I had a drone, a DJI Mavic Pro Platinum, and they were coming out with the second Mavic Pro 2 or Mavic 2, whatever you call it. And so I returned it because I had just bought it, and I returned it thinking I would get the second one, which I never did. And then we went on vacation. I think we used the money to travel. And then this year, though, I picked up, I think in December, I picked up a Mavic Mini drone, which I flew like maybe once or twice. Didn't really do anything with it. And then they came out the Mavic Air 2 drone. So I sold the Mavic Mini and then went out and bought the Mavic Air 2. So that's kind of what I've been playing around with and trying to learn the ins and outs. And we have drones at work that I use. And so that's pretty much the biggest one that I've been playing around with. And my wife and I are going to be launching a business soon that involve photography and videography. So we'll be seeing how that works out and utilizing the drone footage. So which
Nice.
means the other hobby that I have to do is study for my test. So in order to have a licensed
Yeah,
business utilizing a drone, you got to be 107 certified,
that way you can fly an airplane.
which makes no sense to me. It really
I
doesn't.
mean, I get it from like different factors and understandings of like because there is a lot of air traffic and
Sure.
you gotta like be able to be safe and not hit an airplane, which a lot of people don't understand that logic. So they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna fly my drone as high as I can go," and then boom, they hit a fucking airplane. Oops,
Which
sorry.
I think there's a limit. There is a limit on how you can go.
Yeah,
So I think if I ever become an Uber driver, that drives a drone, I think that license would come in very handy.
It would, because then you can like Uber your driver and be like, "Hey, buddy,
Why?
you're gonna pay me $100 for this ride now," because there's
Right.
some footage of you
You
on
know
the
that's just
outside.
around the corner. They have them. I've heard
Honestly, yeah,
Dubai's got them. Well, the cops, but
yeah,
they got those kind of droney
where
vehicles.
they can like just put a little hoist and take someone.
Yeah.
So, along with what you're talking about, I did learn something too. So I got this nice 360 camera,
Nice.
and
What
Patrick and
brand?
I are gonna set up a business.
Is that GoPro?
It is a GoPro. I do want a different one. GoPro's great, but you know, it
Yeah.
does have its limitations. But I am learning how to do 360 spaces and doing like virtual tours and stuff like that. So,
Oh, nice.
so
Like
if we
for
wanted to
real?
collaborate, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So we're trying to learn all that and trying to get that running.
That's
It's
cool. How does that work? Is it so you're doing it for real estate or
hmm
residential or
at this point anything. Like I was even gonna call Barnes and Noble, the one over at but where I live, because they just remodeled everything. I was like, do you want me to do a 360?
Barnes and Noble? Are they still in business?
They are. They are. Well, at least the one where I'm at. Maybe not the
Okay.
one in Seattle.
Oh. Because I know the one in West Seattle.
It
Like,
closed,
yeah, that was
which is
pretty
just
sad.
crazy because that's a huge place.
Yeah.
Like, can we just rent out that space?
Well, yeah, it should be a film studio. I thought.
You know what? I would be down to help with that because that would be amazing space.
Yeah,
Put a theater in there. Heck yeah.
it'd be nice.
That's one of my dreams. So you know, it's
Have you
like a
done any
studio.
more filming projects at all?
Oh my God, we've done so many, and we have like more lined up. So like my IMDb is getting a little bit fatter.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean I'm happy with it. I'm tired, but I'm happy.
That's cool. So you guys are sneaking under the radar, huh? With this COVID thing.
Yeah, actually, we still wear our masks.
You might want to cut this out of. Yeah, we're making films.
Don't know what you're talking about, Joe. What are
Hmm.
you talking about, Joe?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not illegal to film. It's just illegal to film in groups bigger than what is like 3 or 4, something like that. I mean, technically, it's not even illegal, but whatever. As long as you wear your mask, you're good.
Yeah.
And cough on everyone if you can
And distance yourself.
by hugging everybody.
Right. They haven't seen in a long time.
Give me the biggest hug you can.
Hmm.
That's horrible. Uh, I don't know what to talk about half the time I do these things. That's the hard part. I'm like,
So you know you're hosting your own show.
yeah. Do you like chicken tacos?
Oh yes, I love chicken tacos. Sprinkle a little avocado, some salsa, and we're good to go.
uh, what is like the one biggest thing you want to do after, let's say, it's one day safe to go out and do things again?
You know, the we had a plan. There's a couple things actually. One of them's acting. Acting has been slowed down based on this COVID. I had a gig literally in Korea that I was going to go to, but because of the numbers, our numbers started going up. I was supposed to go there, quarantine for 2 weeks. Now, granted, this is a 1 day shoot. Makes no sense why they wanted me, but go over there for 2 weeks, quarantine, then film, and then fly back and quarantine here. And that got canceled because of the COVID. There's another group I'm working with in Michigan that we've been doing a lot of table reading virtually on Zoom. And we're gearing up to shoot a pilot probably as soon as this COVID stuff's over. I mean, right now, he was aiming for this summer. That's not happening. So now we're aiming towards 2021. But in the meantime, we're going to still rehearse and go over lines and character and development and all that so that it's just ironed out. And when we get on set, we're full fledged. That is one thing I'm looking forward to, just kind of jumping into the acting aspect. And then we were going to go to Disneyland. We were planning on going in September, and now that is not going to happen. And so I think luckily I got all the plane tickets and all that refunded. The one thing I'm still waiting on is the hotel. For whatever reason, the hotel is waiting to give me a refund. Right now, they have no cancellation fees until August 31st. But after that, I'm hoping that it's going to extend that. Because
Right.
otherwise, if they don't, then we're going to have to either forfeit it or do a road trip or something. Something safer and just not go to Disneyland, just go to California.
Yeah, go get
So,
some
the hot spot.
tacos.
What was that?
Just go get some tacos on the beach.
Right, chicken tacos.
No, no, no. You got to get that swordfish taco, buddy, over at Mitch's Seafood.
I've
They do
had
not pay me for this, by the way, but Mitch's Seafood is really good.
Really? Okay.
It's in San Diego. Yeah.
Keep that in mind. All right. My grandpa lives in San Diego. Good advice.
It's over Point Loma, I believe.
Okay. I have no idea where that's at. That works.
It's by Mission Bay. I know too much about San Diego, and I've only visited. That's so weird. Well, that's good. All right, so like you got some plans to do things, plus that business, so that works. Man, you're a busy guy with
Get
the
around
baby
it.
and everything.
Yeah. You only live once, as far as I've been told.
I mean,
Once.
depends on your belief system. So some
Yeah.
people live multiple times. So,
But do they?
but do they?
I've heard rumors that you could come back as like a cat or something.
Which I would be fine. I mean, look at her.
Is that really living? Is that living? I guess.
I guess not really. She's just stuck in the house doing nothing. I mean, the dog has it worse. He just sleeps all day. He's 15. He doesn't know what he wants.
Oh wow. Okay. Old age.
Yep, he's got dementia. What kind of advice would you give people that would make them feel better about their situations in life, just in general, not just with COVID, but like just advice, you know?
You know, everyone's different in the way they see life. I think it really boils down to perspectives. I think everybody has a different perspective on how they live their life and what they believe in and what stresses them out and what they see. And I think the main advice that has worked for me is be open to perspectives. Be open to see other people's perspectives and understand. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to follow them. But I think being open can kind of help you see the other side and see different things. And I think part of what I've done with my own life is, reading books, any kind of self help, any kind of growth, anything that helps you grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I think those are really key things that kind of help pushing you towards the envelope and towards your goals and trying to be a better person. And I think a lot of people get trapped in this kind of tunnel vision mentality. And because of that, they start to just kind of spiral downward. They kind of lose sight of what is important, what is the main thing about living life, you know? So I think the main advice is just continue to be a better person. If whatever you can do, you know, if you're having a bad day today, and then tomorrow, see if you can do something better. See if you can actually reach inside and go, okay, let me try to change my perspective on my own life and what can I do? You know, I think books have hugely impacted my life. So that's one of the things. I think the one book, if I was going to recommend a book, I would say The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. That's like a key book. That thing changed the way I look at things.
I'll have to see if I can get a link to like an Amazon page or wherever they actually sell it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Still on Amazon, Audible even.
Audible. I
Yeah.
do not get sponsored by them either, but it would be a good book to have out.
Yeah. I have the membership is what, 16 bucks a month. have a membership to Audible. It gives you a credit, which is worth a book, regardless of the price, and you can just download a book. And I'm the type of person that instead of sitting down to read, I actually will listen to a book if I'm driving, to a rehearsal, or if I'm driving to work or back from work, that type of thing. So uh, I'm a big component of being efficient with your time, and because that's the one thing that you can't get back, you know, minutes, seconds on a daily basis.
No, that's like the best advice I think I've gotten.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, it's something I would say like at work. I'm always very happy. Like people are like, "Oh, customers." I'm like, "Customers. I love customers. Hi,
Yeah.
how are you doing?" Like I don't bring that bad attitude with me that I let like my depression whenever it's hitting me the hardest. I don't use that on customers. I'll use myself, which is a
Yeah.
happy person. So,
Yeah.
and I feel it's better to positively throw out positivity. So maybe it'll help them with their day and they can spread their positivity. Kind of like COVID, except, better.
Right. Well, exactly. Well, on the same note, they could be coming in having a horrible day, and the way you treat them changes it for them.
Oh, exactly. And a lot of times, customers will come in just to start a fight because they're having a bad day.
Right.
And they know a lot of times that well, not me, but that the employee will react badly to them. So they're waiting for that fight. So when they can't get that fight out of me, they're just, oh, I'm like, come here, give me a hug. I'll give you a hug.
Right.
Like you're having a bad day. Come here.
And what you're talking about is emotional intelligence. When you're starting to recognize that you yourself is feeling depressed or feeling down, and you recognize that, and you make that choice to kind of flip it and say, okay, I'm not going to be like this towards other people. So that's huge.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've learned, thankfully, to my mom because she's always been kind of that kind of person, and she's raised us to be that, and without that kind of understanding, I probably never would have gotten through a lot of my depression. So,
That's awesome.
I mean, it's an everyday battle, but still.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, your advice is it's spot on, honestly. So, I like that.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like to tell the world?
I'm an introvert, so I'm more of a type of person you ask, I'll answer, but anything else, because you don't want to force feed somebody.
No, no.
Yeah.
All right, let me do my exit, and then we can still talk if you like, but let me just exit this so we can stop recording at least. This is gonna be a lot of footage to go through.
You said Joshy. You go by Joshy.
I do go by Joshy when I do all these. I
Okay.
don't know. Ever since I started the YouTube like 10 years ago,
So if
Joshy
I call you
reviews.
Joshua or Josh,
I
I
mean,
guess.
that's fine too.
Okay. Okay.
Or sometimes I go by Squirtle, depending on what I'm doing, cosplaying.
Right on.
All right. So if you have anything you would like to let me know down below, let me know. If you have some positive stories you'd like me to tell the world, have fun down below and let me know. And later, have a great one. Bye, Joe.
Enjoy. Have a good day.
And we're out.